the date of joining of one of my candidate due to COVID-19 situation. He had already left his job and was looking forward to joining my organization. Although we are compensating the person, he is without a job for 2 months. What strategy of communication would you have used? That's an excellent question, I think. That how an HR professional should handle such a situation.
Very relevant actually. And it's great to hear that they have not revoked the offer. I mean, kudos to the organization, because I've been hearing a lot of unfortunate news that a few companies have sort of revoked offers which were already extended. But I think it's time where we look at the whole considerate part of communication, trying to be more empathetic about it.
Right.
And in a certain situation like this, we should become more of listeners than speakers. Because people here are in a situation where they're locked down and they have this humongous amount of information flowing in from all directions.
Right.
While, I understand that their organization has not revoked the offer, but the market says that a lot of offers have been revoked. So the person will definitely be in that space of mind where he or she is a little, scared that it might also happen to them, especially because they're without a job. And, to be able to manage to just manage without a job is very difficult. So I think we should become listeners, be more empathetic, try and understand the other person's point. What happens with us HRs is, I think everyone has a flaw and everyone has their own learning days. Sometimes what happens with us is we try to overload people with information. We try to tell them this is how it's done or this is how the company is doing. I think it's time we sit back and let the person tell us what is it that he wants us to do. And sometimes a better way of communicating is not communicating, but asking questions. So if we could focus on that, try and understand where that person is in a mental space of mind. Because these are difficult times, Rishabh. I think none of us ever thought that we'll be locked down in a house for 21 days. Right? To be in that space is a little difficult. So be more empathetic.
I can completely empathize with what you're saying. Actually, I think it's thanks to the person who asked this question. I hope the reach of this particular suggestion that you've given goes forward. Maybe the person can share these tips. It's very, very essential to be empathetic in such a situation because you don't know what the person is going through. So I think it's a wonderful tip to ask questions, understand the frame of mind, and then accordingly, communicate to the person. Wonderful insight.
I'd just like to add one more thing here. We also need to understand that communication is not a one-size-fits-all sort of a thing.
Right.
Again, coming back to what I started off with saying that it's about the sender, the message and the receiver. So here in this space, while I understand that the sender and the messages might be the same to all the candidates, but you need to realize that every recipient will take that very differently. So understanding your recipient is very important.
Right.
That's where empathy comes into play.